Hopefully, I'll let you know. Should be any minute now. We should be live. Yes, we are live. Wonderful. Right. Okay. Hello, everybody. So nice to be back live in here. We've got a busy day today because it is the doors close of Bookings Mastery at 9 p.m. tonight. So if you are interested in joining this 10-week group program, especially for wedding venues, getting you from initial inquiry to sealing the deal with success, then today is your final chance. Now, this morning I am joined by the absolutely wonderful Donna Stockley from Glemham Hall. Hi, Donna. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm really welcome. It's lovely to be here, and looking forward to sort of telling everybody about what it's like to join one of your programs.
Yeah, great. So Donna joined one of my group programs last year under a slightly different title. It was called The Engagement Key, but it was very, very similar to what we'll be doing in Bookings Mastery. And it was a group program, many weeks of kind of working and accountability and getting the venues to flourish, basically, during that engagement season period. So Donna, tell us a little bit about your venue and what you do there, and tell us the reasons why you joined in the first place.
Sure. Well, I look after a country house wedding venue in Suffolk called Glemham Hall. It's about 450 years old. Comes with all its challenges of an old house, and yeah, so I'm not the owner. I manage it. I'm the wedding and events manager there, and I think up to the point where I was starting to look into some help, because I felt the job I was doing, I felt very much alone and on my own, and very solidarity kind of feel. And it was, I just always felt that whatever I was doing, I was always questioning myself, and always never really having that full confidence in what I was producing. So whether, you know, my emails were right, whether my packages were put together properly, was it too much information, was it too little, was I giving everybody what they wanted to see? And admittedly, our bookings weren't quite what they needed to be. So I just felt that joining the program that you were offering was almost like a start from scratch, and let's look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. So we really kind of stripped it all back and looked at everything in a sort of very methodical process, week by week. And for me, that was brilliant. It was just all I needed. And it was just having that fresh pair of eyes from someone who had that experience and that knowledge, particularly with an old house and the challenges that we faced, and how we could move the business forward. And that's really what we got. It was brilliant.
Brilliant. And I think that is a real thing that people in this industry feel when they are running a wedding venue. They feel isolated, they feel alone. Am I doing the right thing? You know, should I be doing something else? And it's really nice to almost have that additional team member join you for that time. And that's how I feel like I'm joining your team, because I get so invested in all of the venues that join the programs. I learn about your place, you know, I do a lot of research beforehand, and I work with you almost on a one-to-one basis, as well as being in the group. You know, I'm there on email for you, to answer your questions on a specific basis, as well as being in the group. And I think we saw this in the challenge, didn't we, last week, that the fresh eyes definitely happened, and people were starting to look at things from a different point of view, and that's exactly what we do in the group program.
I think that's what you need to do very regularly as well. I mean, I'd never bought into any training previously, and I think staff training is something that always goes on the very end of the budget. There's never usually accounted for. And the nice thing about the program was that actually it was quite a small group, so you didn't, and being in it with other people, as with other venues, meant you could really brainstorm. So not only did I have your input and your knowledge and expertise, I also had the experience of all the other venues that were joining with us. I mean, I think there are a handful or several, and it was brilliant. We got to know them each week, and it became like a little classroom, like a group retreat almost. I look forward to it every week. It was brilliant. Yeah.
That's how I want people to feel. It's an experience as well as a learning situation.
Mm.
And hopefully you didn't find it dull or boring. You know, we tried to inject some fun into it, lots of humor. We, you know, story told about things that happens at our venues, and how we can not make those mistakes moving forward. And yeah, the group sizes are small because it's really important that you feel like you're getting that one-to-one with me. But I think having the group situation is a bonus because you learn from one another. And of course, you get the Facebook group as well. So if there's any questions outside of the lesson times, you can ask those whenever you like to.
That's the nice thing. It's like a constant source of help. You can, you know, if you've got a question or you're struggling to think of one of the tasks that you're doing, or you've been set that week and you're thinking about it, you just want to challenge some ideas or something, it's really nice. You can just jump in the group, ask a question, and you've got that support. So it feels like you suddenly feel so less alone, and that's what I really liked. It was nice having experienced people that you were talking to who'd been there, done that, and kind of knew what you needed to do to move forward. So it was great from that point of view.
So what I must say is that Donna is extremely conscientious and very enthusiastic about her venue, her role, and the service that she provides. And what I would say is, for anyone looking to join Bookings Mastery, is that you have to be that way. You have to be an action taker, because if you're not, you won't see those results move forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to take, you're going to need to put the work in to see the results. It's not something that's hand fed to you on a plate. You're not going to be provided with all the answers. You're going to be provided with the knowledge and the expertise to kind of gear it towards
the tools,
your particular venue needs to go. And it was great. It was nice kind of having that accountability as well, because each week you knew you had to get it done. So I made sure that I always put in the diary when the live group the live sessions were, because I wanted that reaction and that one-to-one feel. And then the homework I could kind of do over the course of the 10 days, I think.
Yeah, so for that one we did 10 days. This time it's going to be 7. But it's really important to get that in the diary. I think when you invest in something financially, you're more inclined to actually do the work and put the work in. So last week, some people may not have joined us for the challenge because it was a freebie. So actually, if I didn't do it, well, never mind, it doesn't matter. But those people that did do it really reaped the benefits, and it just shows you that, you know, what you can do in 10 weeks, not just 3 days, 10 weeks. So do you feel, talking about cost then, do you feel that the program gave value for money?
Oh, absolutely. That part of it. I mean, admittedly, I did need to think about it when I was sort of signing up to it. But all the cost of it, the value that you get for the money that you invest is amazing, and far exceeded what my expectations were. And I felt it was so rewarding. And actually, the results that we got from having done the program, no brainer. It was, like you say, it takes one wedding deposit to kind of cover your investment. And that we did, within that short period, we'd done 4 or 5 times over. So and
we're not just talking the wedding deposits here, we're talking the full wedding
revenue.
So I think one of the statistics was, at one of your open days, you took 4 bookings from that open day. Was it the best open day you've ever done?
Best open day. We were, and the nice thing is, I still know how I can tweak it to make it even better, because even with being in the venue members club, I'm learning new stuff all the time. And previously we'd done open days before, but we hadn't nailed that sales process. We'd done all the pretty, and it made it all look lovely and welcome people in. The hospitality was great, but actually nailing that, sealing the deal, was where I was struggling, and which is why I wasn't getting the bookings. And having your training and having done the program, that's why we got the results. And
£25,000 revenue you took in that one open day alone, using the tools and tricks and tips that I offered. So that's some ridiculous percentage increase on return on investment. So there's a testimonial for you. And I think, what I've done, I totally recognize that things are tough right now, but always, I think, for wedding venues, like you say, training is always at the bottom, but it shouldn't be. It should be at the top, because look at the results that you get from it. So I have got the different types of payment plans. So you can pay outright, which is best value. You can do 3 monthly or 6 monthly. Just bear in mind also that this can go as a taxable expense too, so something to consider. So the techniques that you used, you still use those to this day, and they work for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Still use them, still use the affirmations before I go into a show round. I still dress the venue with all the kind of tips and tricks that you gave me to really display how that venue is going to appear to that couple. And previously we hadn't really paid as much attention, so now I use a full hour before a viewing just to get it all looking perfect. Yeah, still do it, still use all those things. And the nice thing is that actually, like you say, it's open to other it's open to your team, so your team will have all that knowledge. It's not just you. And for future, any new staff members that you take on in maybe 1 or 2 years time, they can still look at all that training. So it's not just an investment for now, it's kind of an investment for the future.
Lifetime access.
Yeah.
You can go back in and refresh yourself, or you can put a team member on that. As soon as they join you, you can say, one of the bonuses of joining us is that you get training with us. Here's the training course, take it, happy day.
It actually alleviates all that time you need to get them up to speed as well. Actually, you can set them a proper task the minute they start, which I know is always difficult when you've got a new staff member. You think, oh God, what do we do? How are we going to start your day? Actually, this is brilliant.
Yeah, it's that whole thing, isn't it? I'm bringing you in because I need help, but I don't actually have the time to train you.
I don't know what to give you.
So here you go, do this for 10 weeks and you'll sell us loads of weddings. So happy days. I think that really does cover a whole range of things, Donna. Thank you. And it's genuine stuff. Like, I haven't paid Donna to be here.
No payments.
She has done the course. She loves it. And it's been a real pleasure to work with you. And you're also a member of my members club, aren't you? So that's been really nice to continue that journey and just see how Glemham's working for you. But if there's anything you could say to anyone that's sitting on the fence right now, we literally have 10 hours or something to go.
10 hours you've got until you can sign up to this amazing course. And honestly, if you're sitting on the fence, it's such a small amount to pay for such a great reward. You've got those 4 speakers that are coming in, which I don't think we had last time. So I'm really annoyed. You are going to have such benefits. Amy is amazing. Inga is amazing on Instagram. I don't really know Helen and the other one. Sorry, Deep. Yes, I don't really know them. But oh God, no brainer. 1 wedding deposit, you're going to sell it and you're going to cover your investment. I think. I can't say any more than that. I just think go for it.
Okay, there you go. That's all you need to know, guys. So you have 10 hours to make that decision. I'm available all afternoon for calls, so do give me a call. I know it's really important sometimes to discuss things and get some reassurance before you make that leap. I totally am aware of that. So
I'm happy to answer any question. If anyone wants to chat to me about my experience, and pop it in the group, I'll be happy to answer.
That's really kind. So if anyone's got any direct questions for Donna, then please do get in touch with her. But yes, thank you so much for
You're welcome.
Time with me.
Good luck, everyone.
And let's see who's going to join in. Right, have a lovely rest of your day, Donna. Thanks again.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.